lot of you have asked me about what's going on with the bombings and the kidnappings in the Valle del Cauca area. I've told you to stay out of those areas, but haven't really told you why and what's going on with the FARC and the ELN and all the different factions. So in this video, I want to address that. So for those who have interest in certain areas and why you shouldn't go in certain areas and even why it's even encroaching in the Antioquia area, I want to address it with this story right here. So let's just jump into it. A wave of violence grips Colombia's Valle del Cauca. A recent surge in violent attacks, including bombings and kidnappings, have plunged Colombia's southwestern department of Valle del Cauca into a state of fear. The intensified violence is primarily attributed to dissident factions of the former FARC rebels, particularly the Jaime Martinez Front, which has been engaged in a fierce dispute for territorial control with other armed groups. The municipality of Jamundi, situated near the mountainous area of the Naya region, a strategic corridor for GERD trafficking to the Pacific coast, has been the epicenter of the violence. In early June 2024, the town was rocked by the detonation of a car bomb, attack that targeted a police patrol and left several people injured, including civilians. This was not an isolated incident. Jamundi and its rural areas have witnessed a series of attacks against security forces and the civilian population. The violence has not been limited to bombings. Reports indicate a significant increase in kidnappings and extortion in the region. While specific high-profile kidnapping cases in the immediate Valle del Cauca area were not prominently detailed in recent stories, the general climate of insecurity has been heightened by such threats. The broader context includes the kidnapping of the father of the Colombian footballer, Luis Diaz, in a nearby region in the ELN guerrilla group, which contributes to the overall sense of vulnerability. The Colombian government under President Gustavo Petro has responded by deploying additional military and police forces to the area. President Petro has condemned the attacks as a demonstration of weakness by the armed groups and has vowed to continue to fight against them. He has also announced social investment plans for the affected communities in an effort to address the root causes of the conflict. However, the effectiveness of these measures remain yet to be seen as the armed groups continue to exert their influence and terrorize the local population. The situation in Valle del Cauca is a stark reminder of the ongoing challenges to peace and security in Colombia, despite the 2016 peace agreement with the FARC. The continued presence and activities of dissident groups fueled by the lucrative GERD trade pose a significant threat to stability of the region and the safety of its inhabitants. The promise of peace in Colombia, once a beacon of hope after the historic 2016 accords with FARC rebels, is facing a brutal reality check. In the southwestern department of Valle del Cauca, a wave of violence has erupted, leaving communities in fear and the nation on edge. Today, we delve into the heart of this conflict, where car bombs echo in the streets and the shadow of kidnappings loom large. This is the story of a region under siege. The epicenter of this recent surge in violence is Jamundi, a municipality nestled near the strategic corridor for GERD trafficking. In early June 2024, the morning calm was shattered by a powerful car bomb. The attack, attributed to the Jaime Martinez Front, a dissident faction of the former FARC, targeted a police patrol. But as is often the case in these senseless acts of violence, it is the civilians who bore the brunt. Several people were injured, and the attack sent a clear message of intimidation. This wasn't an isolated incident. Just days before, in the rural area of Potrerito, another explosive device was launched at a police station. And in the town of Morales, in the neighboring department of Cauca, 2 police officers and a civilian were killed in a coordinated attack. So, who are the perpetrators of this violence? The primary group identified by the authorities is the Jaime Martinez Front, a dissident group of FARC's former Western Bloc. These groups rejected the 2016 peace deal and continue to finance their operations through GERD trafficking and illegal mining. They are locked in a bloody struggle for control of these lucrative routes, and the civilian population is caught in a crossfire. The violence isn't just about bombings and open confrontations. A more insidious threat plagues the residents of the Valle del Cauca: kidnapping and extortion. While high-profile kidnappings haven't dominated the recent headlines in this specific area, the fear is palpable. The memory of incidents like the kidnapping of footballer Luis Diaz's father by the ELN guerrilla group serves as a chilling reminder of the constant danger. How has the Colombian government responded to the escalating crisis? President Gustavo Petro has condemned these attacks, labeling them as desperate acts by weakened criminal organizations. In response, the government has bolstered its military and police presence in Jamundi and in surrounding areas. President Petro has also promised significant social investment, aiming to tackle the poverty and lack of opportunity that often drive recruitment into armed groups. But for those people living in the shadow of this violence, these promises can feel distant. The situation in Valle del Cauca is a microcosm of the complex security challenges still facing Colombia. The peace agreement was a monumental step, but the roots of the conflict, deeply embedded in the drug trade and inequality, are proving difficult to eradicate. The ongoing violence is a brutal testament to the fact that for many Colombians, true peace remains an elusive dream. As the government and the people of Valle del Cauca confront this new wave of terror, the world watches and hopes for a future where the sounds of bombs are replaced by the sounds of lasting peace. So there you go. I always wanted to know what was going on. I've done a couple of videos before on the ELN and FARC and how they got started and so on. Just go on. Again, you can search anything by dcbornrob and then whatever title that you're looking for. I have 6 years of video. I got a lot of videos. I think I'm between 1,500 and 2,000. Did I cross 1,500 or 2,000? I just passed 2,000, but I think that was including shorts. Anyway, so for those who wanted to know what was going on and still why to stay from the border, again, I am going to either read a story from the organization Jason Poblade has. He was the attorney that helps others get released who have been kidnapped in other areas. And he explains in a lot of his daily blogs as far as why you shouldn't go near the border of any country, really. I mean, think of how our country is relating to other countries right now. Do any of those countries have any reason to have leverage over us? And by capturing an American, they would have leverage. So think about that. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest news out of Colombia, this time the FARC and the ELN and what was going on with the bombing. So you are up to date. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
So hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch DC Rob.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.